Hey everyone, it's been a while since the last upload, right? Well, I'm technically retired from this game for multiple reasons, so I'm a bit out of touch, but I think I still have a pretty good idea on how to make solar flare decks. Thank you to First Hero for giving me this video idea. His channel will be in the description. Anyway, solar flare was one of my favorite plant heroes because the playstyle is pretty simple and the funny moments you can get are amazing. I looked at the recent decks for solar flare, and you might notice some similarities between these decks. Like you have like this is the first deck I'm showing you. This is pretty much modern Solar Flare. You know, you have all this ramp, you have all this turn 3 plays, and then all your late game. And then you go to here, then you see that there's also Sunshroom and Berry Blast in this deck. There's Cosmos, it's another idea. Then I'll go to this one. This is like more late game value, but there's also Sunshroom in here. Now, the reason why we have Sunshroom in every deck is because this power right here. This is the closest thing to having Sunburn in your deck because Sunshroom is like one of the best one drops right now, probably the best. Like Solar Flare is so dependent on what superpower she gets. Like if she gets this power, it's so bad for you. But if you get this power, then it's amazing because you'll get to turn 4, turn 5, turn 6 before your opponent. And yeah, the other thing I wanted to mention is that Solar Flare does not have access to real finishers. Like there's no Brainana, like this hero. Uh, this hero has Brainana. This hero has Walnut Bowling. This hero has Espresso, but Solar Flare has nothing. Because if you look at the finishers here, I mean, there's this doesn't really do anything. This does like something, but it's not gonna win you the game on its own. This doesn't really do much for finishing the game anyway. This one's pretty good, but it's solar, so not really Kabloom. So you can see that Kabloom doesn't really contribute to solar finishing the game much because you're just playing things, you're just removing. Not a whole lot of winning. Well, you can win, but I'll explain that later. And because of that, Solar Flare also has no interaction to gravestones, which can be annoying. I mean, for good players, they can just guess the gravestone depending on what turn it is, but not everyone can do that. And pretty much the only way you're gonna win with this hero, or more specifically this deck, because it represents the whole idea, but this hero you have to make a board to win. Like you see you see this other deck, right? This other deck, you're pretty much just focused on like making a board with Sunshroom and Cosmos and Fig and Astricado. These cards will also show up a lot in Solar Flare because they're like the only meaningful late game pretty much. And this one. And I'll go to this one too. This deck has like a lot more ideas in place. There's like Molekale, there's Gloomshroom, there's more mushrooms, and cross pollination. Because this card can actually give you stuff. Like it can give you Dragon or Gravitry or just anything really useful, just giving you card advantage because Solar Flare needs it. Like that's the only way we can get access to finishers is by conjuring them with like Reincarnation or this or what else would do that? Or like Molekale, that counts I guess. So overall this hero is pretty RNG based. Like it's very luck based, but if you want to build an actual Solar Flare deck, let's see what cards you can do. What cards can you put in to make this hero win? Well, we're probably gonna start off with this because this is just the best one drop, right? And then we're gonna put Berry Blast. It's pretty much auto include. It's removing things, can finish the game sometimes. There's Reincarnation, Cosmos. I think I'm gonna include Reincarnation because I have used to like this card a lot in the past. I've tried to use Cosmos, but I don't really like it that much. Like the idea is there, but it's just not consistent at all, and it doesn't really do anything against Brainy, so it doesn't really fix that weakness. We can run Fireweed. Fireweed's a pretty good card. Let's see what else is there. I don't know. I don't know, cause like this card is good, but is it really what we need for Solar Flare? Um, I'll include it. I'll include it. It is a good Kabloom card. I'm just not sure if we need it here. And then, so since we're running solar, well, we could, I don't know, because Solar Flare does not have like any extra healing like Chompzilla and Wall Knight because they have the heal powers. Rose also has Radish, but Solar Flare doesn't have that much support for solar because of, Kabloom not having healing or anything. So we might not go that route. Then we look at other cards. We can look at this one. This one will help us win the game sometimes. This one is just a good card. One of the best 3 costs for sure. We'll put in some Figs. We'll put in some Astracados. And you can kind of see this is coming together like a sort of semi-aggressive build when you have this stuff to like maintain the game. And then you can put in some of these. And then what other finishers are there here? You could run Molekale. I don't know. We probably need some removal now that I think about it because we have no big removal. I don't know. Solar Flare doesn't have that much of big removal either. Well, there's like Cobb and 3-headed Chomper. There's Cuke. That's not a good card. There's this, but that's like it comes down too late. So we'll just run. Well, maybe you could just run Ice Spore because it is removal, but we need more early things. No, 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 no. That's not good. That's not a good idea actually. I'm just gonna do that. So you could build something like this to make Solar Flare try and win the game because it's kind of what Solar Flare boils down to is just playing a late game card every turn until you can do something. On second thought, I should include this card actually. I'm gonna cut one of these and this, and I'll just remove. What do I not need? I guess I can remove one of those. It's kind of a stretch, but it's okay. So yeah, these are like the general cards you can use to make Solar Flare work. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye guys.